really bad. There you can see it's coming off already. Now that horrible gunk on the edges is what you're actually trying to get off these buttons, and you can see the nice black part in the middle. That is what the button's going to look like. So I already did these buttons over here and I need to dry them off. Another guy used some window green or gutter green something, but what I found is that WD-40 actually does the trick quite nicely, and all you got to do is saturate a piece of your microfiber cloth with some WD-40 and apply it to the button that you're going to work on. So I'm actually doing the ASL button here right now on this XFR. The WD-40 is actually doing a very good job of just loosening all that gunk and taking it off. Now what I'm going to do with this trim tool is, in order to get into these corners, it helps if you have a trim tool, because then you can actually just get it in behind the microfiber cloth and then, you know, do these little corners, because I've done these two buttons already, but there's still some residue sitting in the corners here, and I don't really want to. I see the trim tool's kind of scraping it off, and I guess I can just rub it off with the cloth. You know, I'm kind of learning as I go along here as well. I mean, this is just the first time that I've ever dealt with something like this on a car. Apparently a lot of people are saying all cars that were made in that era suffered from sticky buttons, and I don't know, I've just never had a car that's suffered from sticky buttons. So you can see now that, you know, a lot of this button has become clean already, and it's mostly the edges that need work. When you first start wiping, you're going to hear a rubbing noise. You know, it's going to make a really terrible noise, but as you start to loosen the gunk up, like this one, hear that? You're going to get that. Right, so I want to get to these buttons now, and it's really difficult because every time I touch the unlock button, the car keeps wanting to unlock. So I'm just going to take this off and unplug it, and it just pulls loose, and get these other plugs out. All you got to do is just unplug your glove box and then the plug for the buttons, and this thing will come off. I just wanted to show you guys, you can see how thick this stuff actually is. Especially on the AC controls, as well as these buttons here on the dash. it is extremely thick. So I'm going to need a lot of elbow grease to get all this stuff off. Right, so this one is done, and it's time to plug the plugs back in and get it back on the car. So just line it up. It feels absolutely beautiful. I can do this and my fingers aren't getting stuck, you know, and it looks very nice as well. I've gotten in there and I've done all the corners and crevices, so for that reason it wasn't very easy to do. Those look new and those look very, very old. I mean, look at my electric mirror switch. It is extremely sticky and tacky. I don't even like using the mirror controls because of the fact that that button is so sticky, and it just doesn't, in this day and age of COVID, it doesn't feel like it's sanitary. So there you have it. That's how I cleaned my car's buttons. And I'm going to put a link to those buttons, the AliExpress buttons, in the description below. Maybe some of you want to give it a try and replace yours with those. They do stick very, very well. They are very good quality from what I can see. The only problem is, the disappointment to me is that I can't see the icons at night. And that is very important when you're driving, because you want some ambient light in the car. Some of you have been asking about, am I going to fit the Android, aftermarket kit to my car? The answer is yes, but I'm not going to be doing it now. I have quite a few expenses coming up with this car, probably around February next year. So I need to save up for that, because the supercharger has to be serviced, and there's a number of other major service items that need to be done on the car when it goes in for its annual service in January or February next year. So I'm currently saving up for that. There are a few other things that I'm going to be doing to the car between then and now, like the carbon fiber mirror covers and the carbon fiber spoiler, so that the two tie in together, and I think that's just going to, from an aesthetic point of view, make the car look very, very nice. And then the other thing you guys have been asking me is, am I going to fit ambient lighting to this car? And the answer is definitely yes. That's going to be quite a big project, and I'll also tackle that project in phases like I did my X260 XF. So I'll probably do the footwell and the center console first, and then I'll do the seats, and I'll probably do the doors last. So it'll be a three video project. So yes, I'm still going to be doing that. So in the meantime, stay tuned and stay safe. Cheers. Bye.